I'm Ben Stockwell. Today I'm joined by Phil Sykes from the UAlbany field hockey program. Phil, you guys were selected first in this year's preseason poll. You reached the championship last year. What does it mean to, kind of once again get that respect from your peers in being picked first, even though it's just a preseason poll for this coming year?
Very flattering. I think it's nice we're returning a majority of our team, and there is a lot of experience there. But ultimately, we know, it doesn't really mean a whole lot. We still got all the teams have to go do the work and get the results, and just take one game at a time.
Last year, the regular season championship came down to the last day, almost had a three-way tie for the title. What has it been like in the last few years in the America East, where it seems really anyone can beat anyone on a given day, whether it's the sixth place team or the second place team?
Yeah, there's no easy games whatsoever, and everybody seems to always be playing for something. So tons of overtime games, one goal games, shootout games. So it's stressful. It's definitely stressful. But I think within our conference, I know there's such respect for each other, and the coaches are usually quite respectful for one another. And we all get along, but we all want to sort of beat each other's brains out too.
You mentioned you have a strong returning group. How do you, kind of mold that group with the newcomers to create this new team that's obviously in some way going to be different than last year's team?
Yeah, you're hopeful that your senior players will take them under their wing and kind of show them the way. But it's that preseason time I think is very important to kind of have that inclusion and unity and team camaraderie, and that's something we work on very hard. And I think it's ultimately very important for you to have success moving forward.
UAlbany usually schedules pretty tough in the non-conference. Doing it again this year. Can you just talk a little about your strategy and why you guys make sure to have so many tough opponents before you get to conference play?
Yeah, I think it's such a tester, particularly for ranking, for preparation for the conference tournament, which those games are win and move on, lose and you're done, and it's a lot of stress. So I think playing that higher level out of conference competition really gets you in a good frame of mind where you have to be focused and ready because those teams are battling for rankings, potential at large bids, and so there's a lot on them as opposed to, maybe not as focused and going through the motions. So I think this year our schedule is challenging. We have some newcomers in there like Liberty, who's been, national finalist and Final Four type team, and Boston College, UConn, who's had tremendous success in the past, and on and on. We have some very good teams. We're playing Ohio State as well. So ultimately, it's just a great test and a good barometer for where you kind of think you're at the moment.
You were able to go to Paris for part of the Olympics. As, a coach, I'm sure you can't, turn off that coach brain even when you're, watching the best athletes in the world compete at their different sports. Is there anything you took from that as a coach from maybe field hockey related things, but maybe non-field hockey sports and, bringing into this season as a coach?
Yeah, quite a bit. I mean, you're always. I think a lot of us have fake PhDs in psychology, so we're trying to read into all the situations. But watching over there, particularly on the hockey side, you could see the teams that had a lot of success. There was tremendous unity. They were all on the same page, all had a common goal, and others who got a little bit bickery with each other were sort of falling apart late. And I think that's, like I said before, it's a big thing with our team. We want to be together and unified no matter what kind of adversity we're faced with. But being over there under such a tremendous spotlight and challenge for those athletes, it's hard to keep your composure. And I think that was it was really fun to see, who succeeded and failed and for what reason.
Phil, best of luck here with preseason and with the start of games just, 2, 3 weeks away.
Thanks so much, Ben.